But I really like the sound design in this place because they cut out the music idea, and they just have like ominous notes every once in a while, like.
Yeah, like I just heard right
Yeah.
now.
And now I'm going to the operating room. We have to play an operation minigame to save Ashley's heart from the evil Ganados. I don't know.
Oh, so it's gonna be like that board game,
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh,
except
so
sexier.
this thing is the coolest thing for several reasons that you can't really see from this angle, but you'll
Well,
see in a
he's
sec.
not looking in the camera. He's very shy.
Now I'm looking at the inside this room and I'm like, that looks fine. I want to go in there.
What?
It's a
Wait, what?
it's a puzzle.
No,
You
no, no.
turn.
Do you? Okay. Maybe I like he. Okay.
All the
Like
blues would
what I
point the same.
meant. What I meant was
Oh, wait, change. Yeah.
because it was an operation room. It's like, do you want to operate it?
Oh yeah. Well, I told
I
you we
was
were gonna
like,
play that.
what? What are you doing with those colors?
So this is telling us about regenerators, and they have like leech-like plagas in them that help them regenerate any part of their body that gets destroyed. So you have to kill the leeches in order to kill the regenerator. So
Hmm.
in your original playthrough, what you're supposed to do here is, well, after we check on this guy,
Hmm.
that does seem awfully like set up, right? And this,
I think I
there's a
heard something.
dead guy. Oh, you just wait.
How?
Hey, buddy. Now I want to show you this because this is the best thing.
The fuck?
He's coming for me. So he's gonna
The
make it one
fuck?
day. I shot his leg out, and then he
Yeah.
jumped at
Yeah.
me.
Ah.
Don't worry, we'll have lots more fun with these guys. But if you shoot them enough, if you just shoot them enough, because this is a really high power gun, it'll just kill them.
Okay.
But what you're supposed to do, well, we'll get to that later. Anyway, um, they're, oh man, I'll make sure in the because I still have to record actually 5-4 and 5-5. I make sure when I record 5-4 to let one of them hit me because they have really cool
Mm-hmm.
attack animations.
So don't you
Anyway,
need to like
if you
hit them
listen,
in?
didn't. If you listen before they come up close, you can hear them going. And it's a really spooky sound.
And they have gold on them.
Yeah, well, what do your leeches run on? Silver?
Don't you just need to hit them in just the right spot, or?
You can either do that or just pump or like hit them with a rocket launcher, or in this case, a super powered machine gun. They're actually really hard to kill normally. Like they're significant challenge. Like I couldn't have killed any of those ones at this point. I would have had to run by everyone, pretty much, or get lucky. So I thought I'd take you on a tour of all the different versions we have here. There's Grimble and Gornax.
I like Gornax better.
Gornax is kind of the one that I remember, and that one kind of just looks normal. So I just figured, good measure would just be to shoot him a few dozen times.
Frozen plants.
There's one in a body bag. This all looks fine though.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I'm trying to remember things here because I'm trying. That's why I was like stalling a lot. Um,
Sucks to be them.
awesome face, right? So you try to get in here and it's completely frozen, it won't work. So even though we're in this cryogenic freezer with all these spooky things, what do we have to do? We have to turn off the
Of
cryogenics.
course.
That won't have a bad effect at all.
That
No.
won't defreeze all of the monsters around here.
Nope, still frozen.
And this is like this like immediately is operatable.
Yep. And right after you open that, but not when you turn off the freezer. Oh, that one guy's hand moved. Weird. Anyway. And I can't see him, but I am shooting him. You can see his limb flying off. And he's dead.
And now killed behind the scenes.
He didn't even get any screen time.
This would have been like that would be how 4Kids
Look, he's got his teddy bear.
would handle an adaptation of Resident Evil 4. It would just be a gigantic pillar between everything happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. One of my favorite parts right here. So those are my favorite enemies. But this part right here, you see there's like a big old crane out there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what we get to do?
Crane minigame
The best kind of crane minigame.
with zombies.
I want the crossbow man. Give me the crossbow man.
Aww.
And then they all hide near those big containers, thinking that you're gonna actually hit the big container.
Oh, that's adorable. I want the one with the cat ears.
I'll go for him next then. But unfortunately, unless there's just some super optimal way to do it, they don't actually give you enough time to get all of them.
Aww. Well, you gotta catch them all, I guess.
You know, it can't be too greedy. Sometimes you gotta be grateful for what you have. And in this case, it's chocolate coins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's gonna come back ever later in the game. They just put that bit of text in there for flavor. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So that thing I picked up in the freezy room was a thermal scope, and it would show you where the leeches are on the body. So you put on your rifle, and then you shoot those parts of the body, and when you hit all of them, they die.
That's pretty
And
clever.
normally that makes it really hard because they're sort of lurching towards you, but you're having to scope on them and hit them in specific places.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this is the gun you get for beating the game on Pro.
This is a portal gun?
No.
A laser gun.
A laser.
It
And-
looks...
But
Okay.
Ashley is like...
I'm fine now.
Yep. And I wanted to see if I backed away, would she start screaming again? But no. She's seen me. That's all she needed. She doesn't talk to me. We just stare at each other. And I was like, well,
It's like the Turkish Star Wars all over again.
also, she's invulnerable right now.
Of course she is.
So you just shoot her, throw grenades at her, doesn't matter. But the reason you don't use that is because it has that charge up time, and if someone's
It
right
just
next to you
does
like
not
that,
work.
yeah. It's really good if you have large groups of enemies though, because it
Or like a
kills
boss fight,
everyone in front
maybe.
of you. What?
Or like a boss fight, maybe.
No,
I would imagine that the timing would be messy to pull
Yes, it is good for a boss fight
off. Mm.
because it does like super damage and stuff.
So if you have one which telegraphs his moves, or like has a gigantic opening.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, actually, I used it almost exclusively for most of the game because I was saving up money for the because you don't get the machine gun for free. So this is an even better version.
Aww.
Look at him, he's so scared. And I wanted to show you how these guys attack you when they're on the ground. But then I decided, because they just do that anyway. All the needles fly out of their body. Oh, and you can reload this gun, but it doesn't do anything. So you just accidentally reload sometimes, out of habit. And here I was trying to see if I could make the game lag by breaking all the glass, but I didn't do a very good job of it. It did lag a little bit.
A tiny bit. Not significant enough.
Nah.
And this is just what happens when they make a straight port with a PC without removing the whole thing.
Oh, I didn't even see those birds. I should have shot all those birds. Sorry.
Now, like when they port a game straight to the PC and don't change the way the frame rate works and whatnot, the timing.
Yeah. Well, also, sometimes I know in Mirror's Edge. I don't know if you know what NVIDIA PhysX is.
Oh, the glass physics.
Yeah, it would actually. It didn't matter what computer you had, your game would lag if you had PhysX on and you got to the scene where a bunch of glass was breaking on the computer version.
Yeah, or just like how it was with the reboot of Tomb Raider. Of course, you have to.
Yeah,
that's how you know you've explored the area.
Yeah,
you break all of the glass.
So I don't understand why they put this in here, because you never use this area for anything.
Request backup. I repeat, request backup.
It really does feel more like a movie than, because they were like trying, because the only reason you have this is to like solidify the fact that there's no way for him to get help. But that's like important in a movie. It's not really important in a game. In the game, you'd be like, I gotta save Ashley. I'm gonna do all the stuff to save Ashley. You know what I mean?
Well, they've
also
done
look, it's
this. They've done this in a lot of in other Resident Evils, as far as I recall, too. So.
But there wasn't even any obstacles either. It wasn't like this was a dead end where there was enemies I had to fight to get there. This is just this is just a tiny dead end.
Yeah, this really is a little bit confusing because this doesn't lead anywhere. You didn't fight a boss like a helicopter on top of there, which was what happened in 3.
Yep. Well, helicopter. You'll see the helicopters later.
Yeah,
anyway.
I was half expecting there to be like a helicopter attack when you enter there and it requests for backup.
Just something.
And
I figured there would have been something.
Like
see, this is where it's really good because I can kill.
Oh wow!
And it also knocks out any boxes or barrels that are around.
Oh, so it auto targets entirely.
Yeah. Well, the main beam hits, like it'll hit directly in front of itself, but it'll also split off and hit any targets. So it's really good as long as you're not getting flanked, basically. And even if you are getting flanked, if you have enough time to shoot in both directions, then it's grand. So now, where did Ashley go? Well, I know where she went, but...
She's hiding right under the door, and she's just going to go boogie.
And then you kick it and you smack her head open? No.
Yes.
So I was like, well, I know where she is, and I want to see if they made her, like, model vulnerable this time. Guess not.
Leon.
You okay? Come on.
I can't believe I'm falling for you. I don't care who you are, where you're from, or what you did.